What's going on, champs and chambettes? It's FireMonkey here over on Stumble, guys, just because for some reason it's a little bit more fun to play this than it is to play Fall Guys, and I wanted something that was just kind of bright and colorful for the topic of today's YouTube video because it all relates to good old Nintendo. Now, you might have noticed I'm looking over at my other monitor, and that is because we have a lot of stuff to actually go down here and talk about in terms of Nintendo, and it all starts with this Nintendo of America tweet that was posted earlier today over on Twitter. Well, I guess, a few days ago by the time I'm actually recording this video, but it mentions that they're going to be shutting down the online services for both the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U starting in early April of 2024. Now, this doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to purchase things from the actual eShop anymore. You're not going to be able to re-download your data or anything, but it does mean that anything that uses online data, even if it's a non-Nintendo official game that wants to continue supporting the Nintendo 3DS or Wii U, won't be available to you. So that includes player leaderboards, cooperative experiences, that type of stuff. It will just be unavailable and you'll no longer be able to connect online to use those services for those type of things. You still will be able to play your offline games and everything, but there will be a lot less that you'll be able to do in terms of, actually connecting to other people, such as trading different things around in different games that have trading systems or whatever else. So just keep that in mind that Nintendo is going to be changing their services for 3DS and the Wii U as well, and of course this includes all versions of the 3DS, the 2DS, and all versions of the Wii U, including the basic version and the deluxe version. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people kind of concerned over, what does this mean? Will I not be able to download my games anymore? Will I not be able to do this? Will I be able to do that? Blah, 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 blah. And I want to make sure that everyone has a full understanding here that this is only for online services and not the Nintendo eShop. According to the official statement by Nintendo themselves, you will still be able to download and update data, the original games and everything else from purchased software and downloadable content from the Nintendo eShop on both the Wii U and the 3DS for the foreseeable future. They could shut that stuff down at a later date, and I think they've tried to shut it down before, but at least for right now, yes, you will still be able to use the eShop, you will still be able to download your games and everything, you just won't be able to use the online services of any game on those platforms anymore, but you don't have to worry about hoarding up a whole entire SD card full of your favorite games for the Wii U or 3DS or anything like that, because you're perfectly fine to keep those on the device, because you'll be able to download them in the future. However, of course, it is a possibility that later down the line, those services could get shut down as well, so just keep that in mind. Download the games you want, most importantly, maybe store them on some external SD card or something like that just for the future, just in case one day the Wii U and 3DS servers actually do stop allowing you to use the eShop. Now, if you guys remember, the actual 3DS uses a Street Pass system, which also has Spot Pass, and you might be like, okay, so does that mean we're getting the end of Street Pass and Spot Pass? Well, it appears that the way Street Pass works means that it will continue to be around even after the whole entire online service shutdown, but Spot Pass will be disabled, so you'll no longer be able to use Spot Pass in order to, spot new people out there in the open, but you will be able to use Street Pass, and you will be able to, spot other people like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind as you prepare for all these wild changes going on in the whole entire land of the Nintendo Switch, or not Nintendo Switch, but Nintendo products with the 3DS and the Wii U. Now, they do have two exceptions here, being Pokemon Bank and Poke Transfer. They've officially stated that both bank and transfer services will be available, and you will be able to use the online services for those. However, they may also end at some point in the future, meaning, if you have another device you can store your stuff on, definitely go ahead and take the characters you have in Pokemon Bank or in Pokemon Transfer, however those two services work, and move those onto the newer devices. I think Pokemon Bank also exists on mobile in some cases, and of course there's other devices and stuff you can use like the Switch and everything, and they obviously want you to make sure these things can last past just the end date of the 3DS and Wii U, so make sure you're getting on that and staying on top of it, because even though it will still be available, there's no telling if it will be around permanently where you don't have to worry about, oh, all this stuff has kind of just been poofed out of existence because I didn't move anything, right? Better to be safe rather than sorry. But of course, in terms of everything going on, there are some changes here and there. A lot of online services are ending, and it's basically the end of the whole entire Nintendo 3DS genre or whatever else. But of course, I'd love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about this entire situation? Is it something you're kind of sad about? Is it something you don't really care too much about? Or are you somewhere in between? And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and grab my hacked 3DS, which actually has a little sticker placed on top of it, which, makes it say a 3DS LL, and download some more video games before all the online services just go completely poof. Peace out.